Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
More groups in the Niger Delta have continued to take a swipe at sponsors of a bill to amend the Establishment Act of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Nddc, with the intention to expand its composition to include states where crude oil has just been discovered in Nigeria. Opponents of the bill maintain that it is politically motivated and aimed at defeating the purpose for which the Nddc was established, as correspondent Tekena Miofori reports.
After sinking proceeds from crude oil mining in the Niger Delta into oil exploration in Nigeria's frontier basins over the years, the federal government recently discovered crude oil deposits in parts of the country, namely Lagos, Ogun, Bauchi, Gombe, Kogi and Anambra states. This development has since been greeted with consistent demands by the states to join the League of Oil-Producing States in Nigeria. To give legal backing to their aspiration, a bill to amend the Nddc Act to include the new generation of oil-bearing states on the board of the commission is being considered by the Senate. Sponsor of the bill, Senator Adeola Olamilekon, representing Lagos West Senatorial District, maintains that, in view of their new status as oil-bearing states, they should be fully represented on the Nddc board and given access to 13% oil derivation funds.
Following the discovery of the crude oil in Alakari local government in Bauchi, Badagry in Lagos, Ipokia in Ogun, Baji in Kogi, and by virtue of this, these states are entitled to the 13% derivation that is due to oil-producing states according to the provision of Section 162, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution. The purpose of this bill is for the Act to make provision for the new state who has joined the League of Oil-Producing States in Nigeria and for states that might eventually discover oil in the future, as opposed to the present position of the Act, which only covers oil-producing states within the Niger Delta region.
Speaking during the second reading of the bill to amend the Nddc Act, South-South senators, including Deputy Senate President Ovie Omo-Agege and Senator George Thompson Sekebo, representing Rivers East Senatorial District, had kicked against it, maintaining that the Nddc was created to address an age-long environmental injustice and administrative neglect suffered by oil-producing communities in the Niger Delta. Several groups in the region, including the Ijaw National Congress, have since thrown their weight behind their political representatives in calling for immediate withdrawal of a bill designed to perpetuate structural imbalances that have left the Niger Delta in abject poverty and misery. Former spokesperson for the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, High Chief Anab Saraigbe, advises sponsors of the bill to have a rethink.
The word Niger Delta could note that there's a specific area in Nigeria that is referred to that area. And they are not given that commission because they're not because of oil production alone. Because the place has been devastated, the place has been destroyed, the ecosystem is gone, the occupation is gone, there are a lot of spill all over the place. People are dying. And that's why they said, okay, let us set up a commission. These persons who want to join, can't they fight for their own commission? As now they have development commission, why can't they belong to those development commission?
Opponents of proposed amendment to the Nddc Act equally reject it as a deliberate attempt to prevent the intervention agency from carrying out its statutory obligation to largely backward communities in the Niger Delta. They recall that it was the same move that led to the creation of River Basin Development Authorities, which eventually saw the end of the Niger Delta Development Board, NDDB, in the First Republic. Port Harcourt-based legal practitioners Edwin Jonathan and Richard Wokocha maintain that states where crude oil has just been discovered in Nigeria, lying on the fringes of the country's oil belt, are still without prospects of commercial viability and cannot therefore be automatically admitted into the League of Oil-Producing States.
The oil has just been discovered. Let's harvest the oil let the federal government make money from the oil before we can rush to include them on 13% derivation. I think that the timing is wrong.
We can speculate that it's a way of fomenting debate on the need to do away with a special regional development board, perhaps in order to replace it with a board that is based on oil production, which is like a revert to the UNPADEC scenario. That is at best the highest conspiracy I can think of at this stage. Otherwise, it is for me a demonstration of crass ignorance on the part of the senator who made the proposal.
While condemning the move to expand the board composition of the NDDC as unfair and insensitive to the plight of Nigeria's beleaguered Niger Delta region, the legal practitioners attribute it to an ongoing scramble for crude oil resources by various sections of the country. They urged the federal government to enthrone fiscal federalism and end the ongoing rat race for an equitable share of what in the Nigerian parlance is referred to as the national cake.
I think the scramble for resources, scramble for self-determination, the scramble for devolution of powers and all of that, all those conversations will die down the moment this government takes, the responsibility and goes ahead to restructure this nation.
The federal government should be a federal government, take care of central and federal interests, and allow the states to exploit resources within their regions while it collects its tax.
In spite of a stiff opposition from South-South legislators, the bill seeking to amend the NDDC Act has successfully scaled through its second reading on the floor of the Senate and has been referred to the Senate Committee on Niger Delta for further consideration. At the moment, concerned Niger Deltans eagerly await the position of the Senator Peter Nwoboshi-led Senate Committee on Niger Delta, which was given 4 weeks to revert to the full House during plenary.
Inside the Niger Delta,